When
Yeah.
do we
So
want
like
to
there's
leave, at
3
night or
conversations going on
daytime?
here.
Well, that's because you keep talking over people.
David, the most hilarious thing. The most hilarious thing happened to me at work today.
Oh boy, here we go. Hey, who's not deployed? Hey, Chris, deploy this stupid thing.
I can't compare it to you. I can't. So
Okay, I have no idea what he's saying.
Alright, we gotta be quiet. He's not saying anything, he's just giggling right now.
Okay. So at work today, I go in the machine shop and I turn
Gold
on the
nuggets
dust
over here,
collector, which is like a humongous. It's huge. This thing's like 10 feet tall in a 20-foot tall like bay, and the duct work that goes into it is 12 inches, and it goes up and around the top of the room, and everything in like everything all my machines, they're ducted in with 3-inch ducting, and and I walk in and I turn on the dust collector, very first thing I do, and it goes whoop, and I just hear this I hear something just like smack one of the walls of the dust collector. Something smacks the walls, and I'm sitting there like, what the heck was that? And then, you know, I'm sitting there like, yeah, whatever. It was probably just like styrofoam or something that got sucked in and just whacked the side of the canister as it was coming in. And I'm and I'm sitting there and working, and I noticed this very faint sound, this, and I'm like, what the heck is that sound? It's very faint, but I'm sitting there like, maybe this is like one of the sounds that the machine has. Like it just makes that sound.
Okay, the dust collector, got it.
And I'm like, oh, I just haven't heard it before. But this thing is on for 4 hours. I go to lunch, I leave it on, I come back from lunch, and I'm still
down.
using machines, and it's about 2 o'clock, so I'm ready to leave. I start cleaning up, I start sweeping stuff over to the machine so I can just dump it in the dust collector. And I've been cutting aluminum and sanding, or I was sanding aluminum and I was cutting carbon fiber. Like it's like a bunch of carbon dust and fibers is being sucked into this machine. And I go, shut the machine off, and I can still hear this. Like, what the heck is that? Like, what is that sound? And now it's not faint because the dust collector's not on, so it's like getting loud, and okay, what the heck is that? And I hear it coming from the dust collector, and I go, and I look, I pull out the canister to look inside, see what the heck that noise is, and I have no idea what that noise is. So, I pull it open, and inside it is this mangled cat.
There's a cat?
Cat. He is full grown. It somehow worked its way into the duct and just like laid down for a nap or something. And when I flipped it on, it just grabbed the cat, sucked it right in, and it just smacked the side of the canister as it was coming in, and then it goes down through the little cyclone. And as it's going through the cyclone, it gets whacked by the fan, And I mean, it's a 5 horsepower motor. So this fan is spinning so fast, and it gets whacked by this fan, and just gets dropped right into the bin. And I'm looking at this cat, and it's so mangled, and it's missing patches of fur. Like, you know how in a cartoon,
Yeah.
when the cat gets, like, blown up, like Tom and Jerry?
Yep.
And Carolyn, Tom's, like, fur is, like, most of it's gone. It's just patchy. That's what this cat looked like. And I'm sitting there just like, oh my gosh, that's a cat. And it's covered in aluminum dust and carbon dust and fibers, like glass fibers.
Hey, get down here, Chris.
Was it still alive?
Yes, it's still alive. And it's been breathing this stuff in
No, she needs to go to bed.
for the last 4 hours. And I was like, what the heck do I do? So I call fire and security. A security guard comes, and like 3 firemen come, and they sit there and they're like, okay, what is it? I'm like, it's a cat. And they were like, what? And so I show them, and one of the firefighters, he looks in there and he goes, that's a cat? I was like, it's a cat.
Alright,
dude.
everybody replace your filters and let's go.
I was like, it's a freaking cat, and it's still alive. And one of the firemen, he goes, well, I'm gonna take this home. And I was like, to do what? Like nurse it back to health? And he's like, no, I'm gonna take it home and shoot it in the head. I was like, okay, whatever. We can't kill animals on company property.
Right.
That's a big no-no. But this cat just got
Okay, I'm ready.
sucked in, mangled by the blades,
You ready, Chris?
and then, yeah, I'm ready. And it freaking survives.